crypto and gaming are coming together like a marriage made in the heavens. There are some great things that crypto and blockchain can do to really make gaming so much better. With that change is coming a new business model that has sprung up that deserves some particular attention. Welcome to the Crypto Rain channel. If you like money and crypto and are looking for a real investor's take on the crypto market, join the Rainmakers family by liking this video and subscribing with that all notifications bell enabled. Now, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a crypto investor myself that went from thousands to millions in the past 4 years. Now, I share with you what I look at and how I think about investment that helped me to do exactly that. For those of you who know, you followed this channel, you know my background is in real estate investment, or investment in general, but mostly focused on real estate investment. Now, why is it that real estate is so attractive? Now, clearly, obviously, I believe crypto is attractive. In fact, I personally believe it's better than real estate, in my opinion. But what is it that makes real estate so attractive? It's fair to say that if you choose good properties, they go up in value over time, and you can rent them out and make additional returns, right? Would you know that play-to-earn gaming is going, well, pretty close to this through gaming guilds? What if you could participate in ownership of a guild through owning their token and holding it and even staking it and making some returns? As well as they acquire assets, tangible assets, kind of, in the game, assets that can appreciate in value, so the value of the guild goes up as well as the returns that the guild makes. Another route that you can go with some of the guilds is to lend out your assets to them, who then they put it to work through some of their scholarships, and they earn you some returns as they manage the usage of those assets to make those returns. There's also a huge benefit to the end players who are able to use these assets they wouldn't otherwise be able to afford in order to make returns, creating a win for each side. Now, I want to take a look today at a specific guild that has been an early pioneer in the space. Specifically, they're launching a token in just a few days, even though they've been in the space for a very long time and their guild has gotten very big. Their token launched in December 27th and is going to launch on Copper Launch. And how it works is a bit tricky, so I'm going to talk to you about how these token launches work. We'll take a look at it, an example of things launching on something else launching on Copper Launch, because I'll share with you the specific metrics of the Avocado launch. But like anything, I like to buy at a good price. So I want to show you how these things work, because buying well is a huge part of making good returns. So let me share my screen. First this is the Twitter page for Avocado Guild. And so you can find them at Avocado Guild. I'll share with you more on that in a little bit. Let's go over to the tokens. Now, here is a Medium article on the Avocado launch that's really helpful. AVG token launch auction, everything you need to know about Avocado Guild's IDO. And the reason this is so different, so if you don't pay attention to this, you might overpay by a lot and you might miss the very best deal. So this information is critical if you're interested in this project. And I will talk later about why this project is particularly interesting to me. But if you're interested in this, you need to understand or want to understand these Copper launches. Now, there's something interesting that happens. So here's the metrics of the launch. So it starts on the 27th of December at 12 a.m. UTC +8, and the sale duration is 5 days. The start price is $1.43 and the end price is 8 cents. So that's the most relevant information there. Specifically, this is Copper Launch's website. You can select which network you want to be on, Ethereum, Polygon, or Kovan. So some are going to be launching on Ethereum, some on Polygon. So let's go to Polygon. Let's view auctions. And you don't necessarily need to KYC or anything. That's one of the great things about these. Wink, wink at all my American audience. So all auctions unvetted, and they're going to give us a warning saying these auctions in the list are indexed directly from the blockchain and do not represent an endorsement by the Copper Launch platform or the Alchemist community, ... So we're going to take a look at Glory, which is one of the launches, and it ends in 12.5 hours. And so it's going to be able to give us a good idea so that you can see what the Avocado launch might look like. So notice that their full duration is 3 days. and Avocado's launch is 5 days. So you have longer on the Avocado launch, but look, they have a start price, and then it decreases over time. Now, another name for this is a liquidity bootstrapping pool, but I won't go into that because that's a really big word. Essentially, functions like this. The start price is high. Over time, it goes down to what this end price is. So we have those metrics here. The end price is 8 cents. The start price is $1.43. Now, something to be aware of, it might not ever hit that end price. It has to do with how many tokens are sold. Specifically, we're looking at this, and I was just looking at this half an hour ago, and only 10% of the tokens were sold. So somebody or some people have bought another 1%. But look how the majority of people were smarter, waiting for it to go down in price. And if you notice, now it's all the way down to 3 cents. There are some people that clearly bought in here because every time you buy in these things, it does make the price go up. Now, if you're only buying a little bit, you just see it in a little tiny bump in this smooth line. Look at this. So there were definitely some purchases here at 7 cents, and people were happy with that price. Well, right now the price is all the way down to 1.16 or 1.67 cents. So a heck of a lot cheaper than whoever was buying here. This is why understanding how to play this does really well. Now, I'll get into the value of the token itself, or the value of some other guild tokens and how they've done, so we can at least look on a comparative basis. But it's fair to say it's a lot more fun to be buying close to this end price at 8 cents than $1.43. Now, it could be that it never gets to this end price. If a lot of purchasing happens during the time, these can sell out prior. So it's really important if you're looking at this to keep an eye on tokens sold and also when the end date is. And so it might have a curve like this, but if it gets low like this and it has a lot of buying, it could go all the way up like this and maybe never come back down to that price. So it's something you want to keep an eye on, and you're just waiting as the price goes down and keeping an eye on it. And you're hoping that it goes down. Now, this one's only sold 11% of their tokens. They still only have 12 hours left. And so this one might not sell out. Now, there's some things I like about Avocado that make it strong. So I don't know how to play. Generally, the crypto market is slow right now, which gives us a huge advantage because I don't know about you. I like to be buying cheap, not expensive, right? The better deals are by buying low so that you can sell high. But if you buy high, you're hoping to sell higher, but the gains aren't there. So I love these pullback times because it's a good time to be doing research and finding what's interesting and what might do very well. Now, should you be looking at guilds? Well, that's up to you. Let me share with you some returns on how other ones have done. Now, this is Good Games Guild. They came out, they launched a couple months ago, and I was still trying to figure out what guilds were and keeping an eye on them and understanding how their token might do. There weren't any patterns to really look at. I think Yield Guild Games was the first one to do a token. But Good Games Guild, so we see it started trading here at $3. But was that the initial price? Well, we get some additional information on ICO or CryptoRank.io. And we look at here, which tells us their IDO price was actually 30 cents. So their current return from IDO is 20x. Interesting, right? Nice. Now, they did a traditional IDO, and the problem with IDOs is a lot of that liquidity gets bought up by guilds, not guilds, but by bots right away. And so if they launch at a 30-cent price, by the time you can even buy it, it might already be like $3.24. So it's already gone 10x. But there were still some really good gains if you did buy it at $3. Look at this. Or if you were lucky and got it at $2.55, went all the way to $16. Before then doing this nice retracement with a nice rounded bottom. And this tells you generally it's turning around and heading a different direction. So how is Avocado going to do? Now, we don't know. It's speculation. So what we try to do is gather as much information that helps us make an informed decision. Well, as you know, one of the investors that I look at that does very well in the space is Animoca Brands. And I do look at what decisions they're making. And Yat Su, essentially the owner of Animoca Brands, says The team at Avocado Guild was one of the earliest proponents of play to earn in worlds like Axie Infinity and Rev Racing. We are thrilled to support Avocado Guild's vision to grow and onboard players, especially from non-crypto audiences, to join the future of gaming that is being ushered in by Web3 and the metaverse. Yatsu. Big endorsement. He's also a backer of them, and an investor now. So I like that, but let me share with you another thing I like about them. 10,000 plus scholars. That's a lot of scholars. 10,000. That means they have some good systems in place for recruitment and other things. So that makes them the largest play-to-earn guild out there. So I think you understand now why I'm bringing this one to you. You want to take a good look at this one. Now, they do have a link to their white paper. You can click on right here. I did go through their white paper, so you're welcome to go through it as well. I know some of you out there really dig into the research, which I fully commend. Also, in their Medium, this article was really helpful to understand what their start price was, their end price, and it will be over 5 days. Great. It might be a time that a lot of people are tuning out of crypto, so it's a particularly good time to pay attention, because sometimes the best deals happen here when other people aren't looking. Can I share with you some good deals that happen when other people weren't looking? Specifically, it's in the same thing called the play to earn environment. But let me share with you something way back when, and this was a sale that when nobody was looking. Now, it happened January 21st, 2019. This was the Medium article that was explaining what this land sale for Axie Infinity was all about. Now, if you look at what was happening in the market, this is the ETH price. So ETH had gone all the way up to like $1,400. It then had retraced and was savagely pretty close to the bottom right around December 2018. So we're talking right at the beginning of January 2019 when this was out and their land sale came out. And it even has the prices here. So it said starting prices, you get a discount, like the first few days they had a discount. And then they said prices for the chest will be 17% higher in the next round because they only released 1/4 of the map. Now they still haven't today, as of today, released the next portion of the map. But look at some of the prices of these things. You could buy a Savannah land chest that had also these additional items that sell for some value right now. But it had one plot of land in the Savannah area, and that was 0.05 ETH. At the time, that was about ETH was going for about $100, so about $5 you could get a Savannah crate. Now, this model wasn't very proven out yet, right? Now those are going for, the lowest is right here, 3.4 ETH. If you got lucky and got one on a road, they do go for a heck of a lot more. But you could have got for 3.4 ETH a Savannah plot, or you can buy it now, and that's only $14,000. So essentially it went from $5 to now the entry-level price is $14,000 if we're looking at the price in dollars. Now, the time this whole play-to-earn model wasn't proven out. It was some thoughts on some people's minds, some speculation. So with that, let's talk about guilds. What is it that makes guilds so special? Now, they use a new structure called the Decentralized Autonomous Organization. By purchasing the token, you can get access to certain things, specifically Avocado's DAO. Their DAO, I took this from the white paper, will generate in the following sources: appreciation value of the digital assets, yield generation through the DAO scholarships, that 100% of those revenues go back to the DAO, increased offerings and products and experiences through the Avocado Scholar community, partnership incentives, treasury, and capital management. So essentially the DAO handles all those things. So here's the utilization of the AVG token. AVG token holders will have access to the following: reward distribution through the AVG token in various vaults, the ability to participate and vote in future decisions in the direction of Avocado's DAO, also access to future projects and services. Now, is this model going to work? These decentralized autonomous organizations are fairly new. We don't have a lot of history on it, but they seem to be going well. So is this whole guild model going to work as a layer on top of that? Probably, possibly. It isn't proven though. And I like how the incentives are lined up, and incentives tend to dictate behavior over any other thing. But we never do know. That is why we call it investment and even speculation. If it were known, we would just call it facts. And there wouldn't be the potential for really high gains out there because everyone would invest just based on facts. Now, when I made some of my investments into Axie Infinity, the whole play to earn model I was just sharing with you and what the returns were like, it was just a dream in the eyes of some bright devs. Today, that model is much more proven, and so that's why those prices are so vastly different. It does help additionally that they launched at a time that was very hard to raise any revenues in play to earn gaming because it wasn't proven at all. It was just not even called play to earn gaming at the time. It was just crypto gaming. Now, if you feel this perspective you're getting here is different, could you smash that like button for us? Smashing that like button will help YouTube know to share out our videos more. And when we cross over 25,000 subscribers, we're almost at 22,000, we'll have some bigger giveaways to give out. I also want to thank our Patreon supporters who have joined us. They do get access to our private Discord group, and it's been a lot of fun interacting with you pretty much on a daily basis. All right, well, let's take a look at a few more things, and then we'll wrap up. So these are what the land chests sold at back then, and these are what they go for now. Now, Avocado's guild was one of the first to really get in there and realize that if they purchase the assets and let these other players use them, they could create this win-win situation that people on a daily basis could be earning more in certain countries than what a factory job could pay them, as well as being safer for their physical safety. And so they could earn some good money and then would create this nice win-win situation. And so now these guilds have merged into kind of this decentralized autonomous organization. And we're going to see how this works out. But I had to bring you this because Avocado's guild, basically the largest one, is launching. And I wanted to bring it to our community so that you can make an informed decision on whether this might be for you or not. But I didn't want it to just pass by and you not even get an opportunity to know the details on it. So we will release this video quickly so that it's timely. You can do as much research as you want, but do remember to wait for the price. Keep an eye on tokens sold. Wait for the price to be really good. And then if you're interested, then you make some good entries. Thank you much for joining us. I do have a song for all of you, Rainmakers. Now this song I had produced by Charlie out of the UK. It's a rap that I wrote the words to that reinforce the principles that I share on a daily basis in this channel. So, thank you for joining us. Have fun. I will see you soon.
Came into the space chasing all of the gains, chasing the pumps and all of the hype trains. But like in life, you buy before you're good. Was taught to buy when it was boring like a rainmaker should. I buy when it's down, don't chase the boats that I miss. Cause I'll always make the time in mind. I sit the one out cause I'm patient like that. And I'll wait for the right time. I sell when it's high, I buy when it's low. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm just a rainmaker running the show. Calculated investments, I don't lead with my heart. The principles are simple, they're leaving a mark. Why when it's boring, just gotta be smart. I sell when it's hype, like all the channels they pump it. That's when I was selling, go parabolic and dump it. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Time is never better, the time like the present. This next 5 years is a gift and a feeling like heaven. I'm committed to learn, to study and to know that nothing comes easy but with knowledge to gain show. Sticking at this wrong cause soon will come a bear market. Learning and growing and when it's slow will be the target. Naysayers come out, Bitcoin is dead. The massive decreases can get to your head. I'm sticking around, the time is better. I'm strong like that, I'll let the others be fretters. In 2 years time the ball will bring back the gains. That makes it worth the effort cause here comes the rain. So let's go rainmakers, let's make it all happen. Let go with the hate, let the haters be crapping. I'm here for 5 years, let's do this together. The time is right, the time could be better. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Haters be hating, no time to slow down. Addressing what they say when I'm wearing my crown. They're chasing green candles like someone who was new. I got a vision that was bigger, helping me to push through. I'm still human and sometimes it is rough, and that's what makes me special, simply I stay tough. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love, and I follow what I learn, not relying on luck.